So smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? All right, so can we talk? Like, are we here? It's never too hot for makeup for me, at least not in the United States so far. So I really do appreciate you guys who have subscribed to my channel for all these years, and I appreciate the support.
Alana always doing her damn makeup.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alana. If this is your first time here, I just got done doing this look in 30 minutes or less. Technically this look took like 35 minutes, but that's because there were some steps that are really optional for you to do. So if you want to, get some ideas on how to use some items for double duty to, make your makeup take 30 minutes or less, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, I always like to start my makeup with my brows first. So we're just going to quickly get these brows taken care of. If you got places to go, I highly recommend using pencil. I feel like it's the easiest to work with, because if you make mistakes, you can just kind of wipe it away with your finger or clean it up with some concealer, versus when you use a pomade and it kind of dries down in place. So I would definitely say use pencil. And I'm gonna let you guys know how long this makeup look took at the end. At the time that I started, before I hit play or record, it was 2:43. So we're gonna watch and see how that goes. Once you get used to, where your brow arches hit and everything like that, doing your brows will be so much easier. So I like my brows on the darker side, so I'm just gonna make these a little deeper with this e.l.f. brow pencil. I think it's the shade Ebony or something. If it's a dark brown, then it's way darker than that dark brown NYX pencil you just watched me use. Because as you can see, it's making my brows way darker. What's this brown? Deep brown. So now I'm going to just correct that with my Lancome concealer. And I'm going to put a little bit, well, I always actually put a little extra concealer on my hand to put on along my eyelids as well, just to, make them all. If you guys want a more detailed brow video, check out my channel. I have lots of brow videos, some showing how I used to do my brows. My brow technique has not completely changed. Honestly, I still use some of the same products that I've used for years, especially the NYX pencil. I've been using that for years and years. Hopefully they never discontinue that brow brush pencil. And I'm tripping because I forgot to prep the rest of my skin. So let's go ahead and do that. So going out in the sun, make sure you use an SPF. So I'm using Cetaphil SPF 50. I also like the Neutrogena Healthy Defense moisturizer. It does have that little tint to it, but obviously you won't see that under your makeup, so it's okay. I should have never popped that pimple on my nose. Alright, so I'm gonna put some primer on. I've lately been using this sample that I have from Cover FX. It's a blurring primer. So I use it right in the areas where I get oily. So nose, chin. I actually don't get oily under my eyes, but I put a little too much product on, so it's okay. Then I'm just gonna set that with a little bit of powder. Just gonna use the Ben Nye powder in Sienna. I usually would use a powder puff to do this, but I can't find mine, so here we are. Alright, so not wasting concealer, gonna add some more to my lid just to make sure any darkness is canceled out. I'm gonna set this with my Sacha buttercup powder, and well, it's buttercup, it's called buttercup. So just setting that. When you got shit to do, you don't have time to do your eyes, you can do some double duty. I'll show you later. So we'll move on to the skin now. I'm gonna use this Nars Sheer Glow foundation in New Caledonia. I'm just gonna put some of that right here on my hand. This is like my favorite foundation. Definitely one of the best out there. I'm gonna use this. It's mixed a little bit with my concealer, but it's okay because it's a little dark. I bought this to be kind of like my summer shade. I didn't get as dark as I anticipated to, thanks to COVID-19. It's all right. Since it's a little dark, I'm going to use something a little bit lighter on the inner corner. On the inner part of my face. So I'm just going to use this Estee Lauder Double Wear in Sandlewood. The Sandlewood is a tad bit light. This will probably be good for my winter shade, but it's a little bit light for the summer. So I'm just going to use that, kind of help lighten all that up. Now, when you don't have that much time, you ain't gonna have time to put concealer, and do all that under eye stuff. So what I do is I just use a lighter colored powder. I'm using the Sacha Buttercup powder, and just go right on under the eye with it. You don't even need to bother with concealer at this time. You got shit to do. So put that under your eye, and no, I do not bake, okay? I just press this in until it kind of just dissolves into the skin. Under the eyes, it brightens the under eyes the same way you would with concealer. Now for the rest of the face, I'm gonna use, I still gotta set my face with powder no matter what. I'm using the Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation in the shade G100 for golden undertones. Just pressing that on using this Morphe brush. You just press it on. You don't rub, just press. You can even go over your under eye a little bit if you feel like you went too intense. All right, so you don't have time to contour your whole face. I still like to contour my nose. So just gonna use this Black Radiance palette. This is the dark one. Just gonna contour my nose. You can also use this contour shade, to add some definition to your eye. So when you're in a rush, sometimes some stuff just has to play double duty, like that. Then for the face, if you're not contouring, you can just bronze. And so I'm going to use the Fenty bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami. Just get your bronze on. Obviously, bronzing is optional, but highly recommended if you want to, add some dimension, bring a little warmth back to your skin after you've used all that highlighting powder and whatnot. Just making sure everything still blends. If you choose to wear a blush, I have a blush palette here, the Saharan Blush Volume 1. And this is another area where you can do some double duty. So first I use a little bit of the Abby blush. Sometimes you can kind of use this as a little bit of a contour slash blush. That's what I like to do sometimes, like so. And then I will go over it with the color Toby and Zane or Zane, I don't know. So I'm just gonna mix those two together and blush. Just kind of going into the colors that are in my shirt for this. Make sure it all ties together. And then on the eyes, I'm going to use that orange shade Toby. So this is just a quick eye look, you know. You could do eyeshadow with just two colors, literally a lid color and the inner corner highlight. I am famous for doing that, especially when I was working in an office before the pandemic, and I would do my makeup like during my lunch break. I didn't have a lot of time. And you can also put it on the lower lash line. And I'm just blowing it out using a fluffy blending brush. So it's subtle, but it's something, right? If you want to add a little pizzazz, this is up to you. You can add like a colorful liner on your lower lash line. I like green because it helps bring out brown eyes. Something to keep in mind. Gonna do some liner along the top, especially if you're wearing lashes. You want to do this just to help camouflage the lash band. If you're not gonna wear lashes, honestly, I feel like you can skip the step and just do mascara to help your natural lashes pop a little more. If you want your lashes to pop more, then you don't want to line your you know, lash line, your top lash line with anything. But I feel like wearing some falsies, so one of my, well, actually probably my favorite mascara to help bring out your lashes is the Lash Paradise in Blackest Black. I like to line the bottom first. As you can see, this mascara is the truth. So if you didn't want to wear lashes, you know, mascara still does the job. And these are like pretty soft lashes. I know they may not seem like it, but they're pretty soft once you put them on. These are Iconic Light by House of Lashes. Obviously, this is optional. If you don't want to wear lashes, you can totally skip this step. Alright, so while that dries, highlight is optional. I'm not going to put on any highlight. I'm just going to move on to the lips. I'm going to use the color Chestnut by NYX. And then the lips can stay relatively simple. Or if you want to add a pop of color, up to you. In these COVID times though, trying to wear colored lipstick, anything besides nude is a no-no for me. So I'm using Touchable Taupe. This is by Maybelline. It's just a nude. Just gives me a little tad bit of color. But when if I wear a mask with this, it doesn't like transfer to my face. Or at least it's not visibly transferring to my face. Like if I were to wear some bright pink lipstick, then that would transfer to my face, so we don't want that. Alright, so I'm just gonna put my 3D mold on, just to make my mold pop a little bit. If you want to add any more pizzazz, you can put a little color on your brow bone. So this is called Glisten by Anastasia Beverly Hills. You know you gotta get real quiet when you put your lashes on. You gotta be real focused. Oh, my lash line is so stubborn. I'm gonna add a little bit of lash glue to the inner, just so that it sticks. And top this off with a little bit of Champagne Gloss by Milani. Just add a little extra shine. Can never have too much. This is called the Keep It Full Lip Plumper. So I have Soft Rose and I have Champagne, and I also have Gold Dust. These are some of the best glosses I've ever tried. They're definitely my favorites. These and the Fenty gloss are my favorites. You guys, that is that everything? Yeah, that is everything. Let's see what time it is, shall we? So it's 3:18. Took about 30 minutes, I think. It was like 30 minutes, I would say. 2:43. Yeah, so about 35 minutes. So if you take out some of those steps, it'd be even quicker. You know, the no lashes. If you just did, you know, one color eyeshadow, or if you did no eyeshadow and just used the setting powder to at least, you know, make your lids look smooth, then you could do that. So there's some optional steps. All right, you guys, that is the end of this video. If it was helpful to you, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, what is wrong with you? Why aren't you subscribed to my channel? I don't understand. The time is ticking. We ain't gonna be here forever. So you might as well subscribe now. Check out my videos, interact with them, like, comment, share if you care. Come back often, turn on notifications. Help me, help you, help me out. Help a sister out.